Nope.
Oh, he's gonna be mad. He's gonna be so mad. Oh. Out of all of the bugs that I've encountered in Battlefield 4, and I can't even count how many that's been, that one in the intro right there, the defib and knife bug, that one probably made me laugh the most. You actually didn't see it in the intro there, but the guy ended up going on in the in-game chat and ended up calling me a hacker, which I found extremely entertaining. I just told him straight up, look bro, you're clearly not MLG enough to handle me, so my defibs just took you out. Safe to say he wasn't very happy with me, but I enjoyed that bug nonetheless. Over the last few days, I haven't really been playing Battlefield all that much. I've been distracted by another game. It's called Dirty Bomb, and you may have heard of it. I did actually drop a video of it last night, which is now linked on the screen for you. But as this is mainly a Battlefield channel, a lot of you might have skipped it, and I understand that. But I would highly encourage you to go and check this game out, because I'm really enjoying it. The video that I've linked gives you a solid overview of what the game is like and whether it would actually suit you. It is free to play though, so in many respects there's absolutely no reason not to try this game, but if you are unsure, that video will help you. But on to something that I really want to talk about today, which is something that I touched on in another one of my videos maybe a week or so ago now, where I stated that I didn't really find many of the assault rifles in Battlefield 4 all that nice to use. And I asked you guys to leave some comments in the comments section about some setups that you really enjoy using so that I could give something a try. And somebody, well, actually a lot of people suggested this. A lot of people said try out the AUG A3. And I must admit that I've barely even used this thing since Battlefield 4 came out. I've used most of the other assault rifles, but for some reason I just never bothered with the AUG A3. But after this recent patch, apparently it's had some nice buffs, and I took it out for a run, and I found that I really enjoyed myself with it. One thing which I think the AUG is really great for is tap fire. Now, being a bulk-up weapon, fully automatic fire is never going to be great, but if you are already used to tap firing guns anyway, then with the recent changes to the gun mechanics in Battlefield 4, I think you'll have a good time with the AUG. DICE recently changed the headshot multiplier value for most weapons in the game, increasing it from 2 to 2.13, which effectively makes headshots much more damaging and much more valuable if you go for them. The AUG has a 700 round rate of fire, low recoil now thanks to another change, and great tap fire, which altogether, after this patch, makes for a brilliant weapon at medium to long range. Before the patch, the reason I never really went for the AUG was quite simple. There were other weapons out there that were just far more attractive to use, and most of those had a much higher rate of fire than that. Guns like the AEK or the ACE-23, and even to the extent of maybe the FAMAS as well, were just better, purely for the simple reason that those guns could get more bullets downrange quicker than what the AUG could. Now though, with that headshot multiplier change, DICE have made the lower rate of fire guns much more viable. Most of them will have less recoil than what their higher rate of fire counterparts will have, and that's only in most cases. That's not speaking for everything, because I'm sure you can pick out weapons that have got a massively high rate of fire and low recoil in this game. DICE also increased the bloom of the weapons, however, and to quickly explain what that means, the bloom is the pattern of which the bullets spread out after they've been fired. Before the patch, the bloom was quite narrow, meaning most bullets aimed at a target would probably hit it, unless you had some bad netcode issues. But after the patch, the bloom has been increased, which means some of your bullets are going to go around the enemy a little bit more, especially during automatic fire. Now, the easiest way to get round this change is to tap fire, but you have to wait for the gun to center back to the middle of the screen, otherwise the bloom won't fully reset. So if you're already used to tap firing, but after the patch you found a couple of issues, you may have to wait just a little bit longer between each tap before you can tap it again and get it to start firing, because the bloom won't have reset properly, which means some of your bullets might be going astray. That was a lot of words, and now my head hurts. Essentially, we can break it down like this. Weapons that used to be rubbish, and again, this is in most cases, there are some still pretty poor weapons out there, but a lot of them have been made better, mainly lower rate of fire ones as well, now have a much bigger purpose on the battlefield and are likely to provide you with some more precise weapons that lend themselves to a different playstyle other than the one that we've got at the moment, which is essentially just run and gun. And those low rate of fire weapons do make for great headshot targets. So if you've got something like the AUG 3, which has got a low rate of fire and low recoil, but now benefits from that higher headshot multiplier, this thing is great for going at the head with. That's what she said. So yeah, that's the AUG 3. It is pretty fun to use now after the patch, so thank you to everybody who told me to go and give it a go. I do appreciate that. I do read all of your comments at the end of videos, you know, so if you've got any suggestions whatsoever for loadouts you want me to try, or things that you might think might make a good video, then just leave it in the comments, because I do read every single one, and if there's something down there that I like, I'll probably end up including it in one of my videos. And just one more thing before I leave you to your afternoon today. I may have mentioned this before, but I'll probably just repeat myself. I am moving house soon, which is likely to leave me with a lot less time than I would normally have towards making videos. It's going to take me about 4 or 5 days to move all of my stuff and get everything set back up again. So if you don't see any videos in your sub box, don't worry, I haven't died. I just don't have any time. But my plan is to get a few things stockpiled before I make my home move. But what is inconvenient is I'm also flying across the world again, so I'm not going to have a huge amount of time. But I'll do the best that I can to try and keep some regular content coming for you guys. But thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit up my G2A store this weekend for some great deals. That's g2a.com/r/Westy. But until next time, my name is Westy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.